Okay, Dead Gang. Just when you thought the beef was over with Drake and Kendrick Lamar, it looks like the Compton artist is actually in the process of making probably one of the most legendary music videos right now, which is Not Like Us, which was produced by DJ Mustard. And as of last week, just when you thought that the Drake and Kendrick Lamar feud was over, it seems like it's still boiling. And here's why. Now, during this past week, guys, for those who were in attendance for the Juneteenth concert starring Kendrick Lamar, fans noticed that while he was performing Euphoria, that he had switched up some of the lyrics, inciting that the beef between the West Coast artist versus the Canadian rapper is definitely still ongoing. He said, "Give me Tupac's ring back and I might give you a little respect." The ring Kendrick Lamar is referring to is a piece of jewelry Drake bought at auction last year for over $1 million that belonged to Tupac before he died. And before I dive deeper about this ongoing feud, I have to first explain where it all started. So sit back, grab your tea, and it is definitely going to be a lot of information. Nothing has been the same since Drake and Kendrick Lamar first collaborated in 2011. So it all started in November 2011. Where Kendrick Lamar featured on Drake's Take Care album. In 2011, Drake evolved from being the polarizing rookie to a full-fledged superstar, trumping expectations with his debut outing. While he hoisted incredible chart stats following his Thank Me Later campaign, questions lingered about whether he could elevate his game to the next level. And on that Take Care album, several big names guessed along for the ride, but one being the highly touted Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar, who was coming off Section 80, Lamar was arguably the next West Coast savior to steer the ship. And Drake took advantage of his momentum by allowing him to shine on his Buried Alive interlude. Lamar's ego was on 10, detonated by the cosign of Drizzy, rapping, "So blame it on Mr. OVOXO, the reason why I'm breathing all the vanity I know." And then February of 2012, Drake invites Kendrick Lamar to open on Club Paradise Tour. Drake extended his hand again to burgeoning Lamar, who garnered rave reviews for his appearance on Buried Alive by bringing him alongside A$AP Rocky as the opening act for his Club Paradise Tour. Drake later rapped about his decision to fight for Rocky and Lamar as his openers on 2016's 4 p.m. in Calabasas, recalling, "When they told me to take an R&B N-word on the road, and I told them no and drew for Kendrick and Rocky." Months later, October 2012, Drake and Kendrick Lamar appear on A$AP Rocky's Fucking Problems and collaborate on Poetic Justice. Following Drake's Club Paradise tour, A$AP rounded up some of his rap comrades from Drizzy's Trek, including the Six God, K-Dot, and 2 Chainz for Effin' Problems. Like Effin' Problems, Poetic Justice would be a commercial success, peaking at number 26 on the Billboard Hot 100. Unfortunately, that would mark the final collaboration between Drake and Lamar. And then next year of August 2013, Kendrick Lamar takes aim at Drake and the rap game on Big Sean's Control. After Lamar solidified himself as a household name courtesy of his major label debut, Good Kid, Mad City, his swagger and confidence were on 10. So much so that he sacked Drake and his peers on Big Sean's Control. K-Dot's searing take on his stance on the rap game shook the landscape as he boldly called out J. Cole, Meek Mill, Drake, Big Crit, Wale, Pusha T, A$AP Rocky, Tyler the Creator, Mac Miller, Big Sean, and Dre Electronica. "I got love for you all, but I'm trying to murder you N-words. Trying to make sure your core fans never heard of you N-words. They don't want to hear not one more noun or verb from you N-words," he rapped. And Drake responded to Kendrick's diss while gracing the cover of Billboard that same month, telling the publication, "I didn't really have anything to say about it. It just sounded like an ambitious thought to me. That's all it was. I know good and well that Lamar is not murdering me at all in any platform. So when that day presents itself, I guess we could revisit the topic. If only if he knew." So then October 2013, Kendrick Lamar comes at Drake during BET Hip Hop Awards Cypher. Kendrick continued applying pressure on Drake when he and TDE visited the BET Hip Hop Awards in 2013 and participated in the Cypher over the menacing Shook One's instrumental. K-Dot engaged in target practice. Nothing's been the same since they dropped Control and tucked the sensitive rapper back in his pajama clothes. Ha ha, joke's on you, high five, I'm bulletproof. Your shots never penetrate. Pin the tail on the donkey, boy, you been a fake. And then months later, December 2013, Drake covers Vibe magazine and says he stood his ground during Kendrick diss. During a cover story with Vibe magazine, Drake addressed his shots at Kendrick on the language and why he felt compelled to stand his ground against the Compton MC, stating, "Where it became an issue is that I was rolling out an album while that verse was still bubbling. So my album rollout became about this thing. What am I supposed to say? Nah, we'll be buddy-buddy? Mind you, I never once said he's a bad guy or I don't like him. I think he's a fucking genius in his own right. But I also stood my ground as I should. And with that came another step, which then I have to realize I'm being baited and I'm not going to fall. Jordan doesn't have to play pickup to prove that he could ball. No offense, but I'm not going to give you the chance to shake me necessarily because I feel great. There's no real issue. 2 to 3 years pass by and subtle shots fired from both sides, but nothing groundbreaking. During these years, Kendrick and Drake exchanged a few jabs, most notably K-Dot when he took aim at Drizzy on King Kunta and called him out over his ghostwriting allegations. I could dig rapping, but a rapper with a ghostwriter, what the F happened? He penned. Drake countered back on the game's 100, the same year rapping. I would have all of your fans if I didn't go pop and I stayed on some conscious shit. Kendrick's onslaught continued on Dr. Dre's Compton album, where he fired more shots on Dark Side / Gone and Deep Water. The latter was the more chilling of the two, stating they liable to bury him. They nominated 6 to carry him. They worry him to death, but he's no vegetarian. The beef is on his breath, inheriting the drama better than a great white N-word. This is life in my aquarium. And then fast forward to October 2023. Drake and J. Cole link up on First Person Shooter. Drake and Cole made history when they scored their first Hot 100 #1 song together. And Cole's first of any kind. With First Person Shooter, this would be their first collaboration since 2013's Jodeci Freestyle. The track is triumphant as they share the spotlight and boast about being stadium status MCs. And unknowingly, to him, Cole woke up the sleeping bear in Lamar when he was saluting him. K-Dot and Drake saying love when they argue the hardest MC. Is it K-Dot, is it Aubrey, or me? We did Big 3 like we started a league, but right now I feel like Muhammad Ali. And then it wasn't until March 22, 2024, Kendrick goes full attack mode on Future and Metro Boomin's Like That, where Kendrick didn't hold back when given the baton on Future and Metro Boomin's Like That. He fired a full clip of shots at both Cole and Drake, most notably the latter. F sneak dissing, First Person Shooter. I hope they came with 3 switches. Lamar snarls when speaking on the chart-topping collaboration between the Evil Ways MCs. He continued demolishing both rappers when he denounced the Big 3 of him, Cole and Drake, by saying, "Motherfucker, the Big 3. It's just Big Me." He punctuated his verse by calling back to Drake's For All the Dogs album rapping. For all your dogs getting buried. That's a K with all these 9s. He gonna see Pet Cemetery. Code. Now, March 25th of 2004, Drake seemingly responds to K-Dot's diss during its An All Blur Big As What tour. Now, this was always going to be a lyrical deathmatch between the biggest rappers in the game today, Drake and Kendrick Lamar. At first, things seemed rosy between the young behemoths when they collaborated on each other's records during the early stages of their careers. But as time passed, friendly fire became a volcanic eruption, sparked by Lamar's earth-shattering feature March 22nd on Future and Metro Boomin's We Don't Trust You album. Some of the lyrics even suggesting that there is no Big 3, that is just Big Me. Kendrick Lamar retaliating from the song that Drake and J. Cole made called First Person Shooter, when they suggested that there is a Big 3, which is Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick Lamar. Now, after Kendrick Lamar was featured on Like That with Metro Boomin and Future, Drake hadn't at the time put pen to paper just yet. He said some words to Lamar during his Sunrise, Florida concert March 24th. And this is what Drake had to say about this.
And I know that no matter what, it's not a on this earth that can ever me in my life.
And you guys heard it first. Days after Lamar torched the internet with his scathing verse on Metro Boomin's Like That featuring Future and Kendrick Lamar, Drake used that time during his tour stop in Sunrise, Florida to address the elephant in the room with what you guys just saw. That he got his head up high, his back straight, he's 10 toes down in Florida or anywhere else he goes, and he knows that no matter what, no guy on this earth that could ever mess with him. And that's how he feels. Now mind you, that was March 24th. A month later, Drake released his Push-Ups diss on streaming services. A week after it originally leaked and then got premiered by DJ Academics, Drake brought his Kendrick Lamar diss track Push-Ups to streaming services on April 19th. The Six God mocks Kendrick's small stature, notably his foot size with the cover art, and his deal with Top Dog Entertainment. K-Dot wasn't the only target as Drake appears to aim at Rick Ross, The Weeknd, Metro Boomin, Future, and more on the track. And then April 24th of 2024, Drake fires second diss track at Kendrick Lamar titled Tailor Made Freestyle. And in this, Drake doubled down on his initial stab at Lamar when he released his Tailor Made Freestyle on Instagram. Drake upped his creativity by using AI vocals to rap in the voices of Tupac and Snoop Dogg on his respective verses by playing the role of Kendrick's influences. Drake expressed disappointment in the PG Lang rapper because he hadn't yet responded to Push-Ups. He even cited the release of Taylor Swift's new album, The Tormented Poets Department, as the reason K-Dot pushed back his anticipated retort. Now, for those who didn't know at that time, Drake's move came at a price, as Tupac's estate, a significant player in the late rapper's career, threatened to sue him if he didn't remove the song from his social media accounts. The tension and drama escalated, and Drake obliged and scrubbed the track off his pages. And then it wasn't until 6 days later, April 30th of 2024, Kendrick strikes back with 6-minute long diss, Euphoria. All it took was a tweet from Kendrick Lamar to restart the feud as he released his comeback track, Euphoria. The 6-minute diatribe was scathing, showcasing a bloodthirsty Lamar, calling out Drake for using the N-word, questioning his fashion sense, his hip-hop merits, and more. Lyrics like this, stating, "I pray they my real friends. If not, I'm YNW Melly." And for those who don't know who YNW Melly is, he's right now fighting a case where apparently he killed his friends. Days after, which came into the next month, May 3rd of 2024, is when Kendrick dropped second diss 616 in LA. Less than 72 hours after Euphoria arrived, Kendrick Lamar ambushed Drake again and attempted to go back-to-back with his second diss song of the battle, 616 in LA. In the early morning of May 3rd, Kendrick unveiled his lyrical bomb. This time, he fired straight at Drake's camp, claiming the OVO boss has a mole dishing out dirt on him. Have you ever thought that OVO was working for me? Fake bully. I hate bullies. You must be a terrible person. Everyone inside your team is whispering that you deserve it. Can't Tusi slide out of this one? It's just gonna resurface. Ooh. Lamar's onslaught continued, calling out Drake's brethren when he said his close ones are stabbing him behind his back, stating 20 of them want you as a casualty, and one of them is next to you, and 2 of them is practically tied to your lifestyle, he spews. Within that same day, on May 3rd of 2024, Drake released his third diss track, Family Matters. Drake's eviscerating Family Matters reply arrived on YouTube about 14 hours after Kendrick Lamar's delivered 616 in LA diss track, where you can see Drizzy picks up where he left off to finish push-ups and snipes at Lamar, and he allegedly fractured relationships with fiancée Whitney Alford, which he claims is filled with infidelity. You the black messiah wiping up a mixed queen and hit vanilla cream to help out with your self-esteem. On some Bobby-ish, I wanna know what Whitney need, he spews. Drake later turns his sights to his other ops in the music game while dissing A$AP Rocky, The Weeknd, Metro Boomin, Future, and Rick Ross. The accompanying music video finds Drake heading to the New Ho King Chinese restaurant where Kendrick referenced on Euphoria. Watch it below if you ever have the chance, by the way. So the next day, on May 4th, 2024, Kendrick applies with third diss, Meet the Grams. Mere minutes after Drake's Family Matters arrived, Kendrick Lamar returned fire with a blistering Meet the Grams. As the clock struck midnight on the East Coast on May 4th, K-Dot released his third Drake diss track this week. Family seems to be the common theme as he calls out Drizzy for being a deadbeat father and alleges that Drake is hiding another child besides Adonis. You lied about your son. You lied about your daughter, Hunt. You lied about the mother kids that's out there hoping that you come. Lamar raps claiming Drake has a baby girl. Kendrick continues to warn Drake and allege that he's got issues with alcohol, gambling, and contests there are pedophiles inside the OVO camp. He also lists off all of Drake's alleged lies when it comes to his son, ghostwriters, cosmetic surgeries, and more. F a rap battle. That's a lifelong battle with yourself, K-Dot snipes. Now, Kendrick's third diss track of the week is no doubt his most scathing following 616 in LA and Euphoria on what's turned out to be a historic night in hip-hop, guys. And then on top of that, within the same day, less than 24 hours after unleashing Meet the Grams, Kendrick Lamar struck against Drake yet again with the scathing, Not Like Us. On the Mustard-produced track, K-Dot claims Drizzy and his OVO team are pedophiles. The accompanying artwork for the track shows an aerial view of the Six Gods mansion outside of Toronto, with red sex offender symbols placed on the home. Say, Drake, I hear you like 'em young. You better never ever go to Cell Block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. Lamar raps over the potential club banger before referencing Drizzy's 2021 album, Certified Lover Boy. They tell me Chubb's the only one to get your hammies down. And Party at the party playing with his nose now. And Baca got a weird case. Why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified pedophiles. Wah. Ooh-hoo. It is definitely a club banger. They even playing it at the strip club, guys. Now, the next day of May 5th, 2024, Drake addresses the allegations on The Heart Part 6. After a fierce tongue lashing by Lamar on Meet the Grams and Not Like Us, Drake released his 5-minute rebuttal to Heart Part 6, playing off Lamar's groundbreaking Heart franchise. Drake debunked the allegations that he has a daughter and that he was the one who in fact baited Lamar into receiving fake intel about his alleged child in the first place. stating, "We plotted for a week and then we fed you the information. A daughter that's 11 years old, I bet he takes it. We thought about giving him a fake name or a destination, but you so thirsty, you not concerned with investigation," raps Drake. He didn't stop at debunking the allegations about his daughter. He also turned the spotlight on Lamar's girlfriend Whitney, suggesting that she might be having a baby with the rapper's business associate, Dave Free. His rhymes, and why isn't Whitney denying all the allegations? Why is she following Dave Free and not Mr. Morale? You haven't seen the kids in 6 months. The distance is wild. Dave leaving heart emojis underneath pics of the child? Drake's response, delivered with unfiltered candor, left many fans divided. While some saw it as a valiant effort, others felt it was a little too late for the Canadian rapper, adding a layer of uncertainty to the ongoing feud. And after 8 days with no response from Kendrick Lamar, it was on the 13th of 2024 of May that Not Like Us tops the Billboard Hot 100. Lamar's scolding displays the internet and charts as Not Like Us debuted at #1 on the Hot 100. The chart win secures Lamar's 4th #1 on the Hot 100, his first solo entry since 2017's Humble, along with Not Like Us topping the charts. Euphoria saw a considerable gain too, climbing 8 spots and peaking at #3 during its second week on the all-genre tally. Now fast forward, guys, a month later, June 19th of 2024, Kendrick Lamar performs Not Like Us 5 times at LA concert. Kendrick Lamar united the West Coast with his pop-out concert at the Kia Forum in Inglewood, California, where K-Dot delivered the live debut of Drake disses such as Like That, Euphoria, which contained a tweaked lyric regarding Tupac's ring that Drizzy has, and the Hot 100 #1 hit, Not Like Us. Lamar performed Not Like Us 5 times in total as he figuratively danced on Drake's grave and took a victory lap in the war. The 4th edition was the most memorable as Kendrick brought out gang members from different sets and various LA luminaries, preaching message of unity. And now to fast forward, you guys, on today, Kendrick Lamar decided to change some of his verses on Euphoria, stating that Drake to give him Tupac's ring back. That's right, guys. Kendrick Lamar has told Drake that he wants Tupac's ring back for the West Coast. During his explosive pop-out concert in Los Angeles on Wednesday night, June 19th, K-Dot made the demand while performing his diss track Euphoria. Kendrick changed the lyrics to the song and rapped, "Give me Tupac's ring back, and I might give you a little respect." So the original version of the track, he said, "Somebody had told me that you got a ring. On God, I'm ready to double the wage. I'd rather do that than let a Canadian N-word make Pac turn in his grave." And it's got Twitter going in a frenzy, guys. Some saying Kendrick Lamar changed the lyrics on Euphoria while performing live and disses Drake again. "Give me Tupac's ring back and I might give you a little respect." Now, for those who don't understand this ring, the ring Kendrick Lamar is referring to is a piece of jewelry Drake bought at auction last year for over $1 million that belonged to Tupac before he died. The ring is made of gold, ruby, and diamonds and features an inscription that reads Pac and Dada 1996, referring the late rapper's engagement to his girlfriend, Kidada Jones. Tupac famously wore the ring during his final public appearance at the 1996 MTV Video Music Awards, just days before he was tragically killed at the age of 25 in a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas. While the identity of the winning bidder was initially kept a secret, Drake later revealed that he was in fact the buyer of the ring, which became the most valuable hip-hop artifact ever sold at auction. The Her Loss hitmaker posted a close-up photo on his Instagram stories of him wearing the regal ring. That wasn't the only shot Kendrick Lamar took at Drake during the epic concert on Wednesday as well as performing his diss track Not Like Us several times, along with an introduction from Dr. Dre. He said, "Y'all ain't gonna let anyone disrespect the West Coast or mock our legends," referring to the AI recreation of his voice for tailor-made freestyle. Over 17,000 people gathered together in one place to call Drake a pedophile with Kendrick Lamar. This level of hate will never be duplicated. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it's not looking good for Drake. I mean, if that's not the most level of pettiness that you can possibly do, I don't know what is. What is your thoughts about Kendrick Lamar changing his lyrics from Euphoria to tell Drake that he wants that ring? Do you feel like he now deserves it after dismantling him? Or do you think that Drake actually won this beef after all? I'll keep you guys updated for more information. Tell me what your thoughts are, guys.